Morning, we're in the machine room at brand new Paso Robles store. We're going to have Steve go through some of the new innovations for energy saving that are in this store. So go ahead, this is Mr. Gale from Source Refrigeration. Go ahead, Steve, you can talk now.
Good morning. First thing we're going to start off with is the new rack design. The new rack design incorporates a digital scroll which will allow for proper unloading and staging to maintain less switching of the compressor, which means less energy for switching and starting the big motors. On the larger compressors, we now have what's called an integration to the control system. This will read the compressor, everything that's going on with the compressor, and let us see where problems may vent or may not be, and see how things are running. There's a screen that captures all that information on the main controller.
So we can see that remotely?
Yes.
Okay. Now these are weird looking compressors. They look like R2-D2. What are those?
They are R2-D2, and R2-D2 does a good job. These are called scroll compressors. They have a spinning plate. The plate compresses the gas. It is not a recip, so it's off of a spin. So it makes a little bit more noise, but it does run efficiently.
Less moving parts, right?
Less moving parts. Let's come back over to the side here. Some of the new innovations that we have on these racks is we now subcool the liquid for the low temp systems. So what this enables us to do is run at a colder temperature of the refrigerant, which increases the size of the expansion valves, which in turn saves energy because you don't have to run as much horsepower to keep all the cases cold.
Okay.
That's on the low temp rack. More added features are a new light dimming panel. All the LEDs in the store to meet Title 24 compliance need to be dimmed. So we've come up with this dimming panel in the dimming zones. We've got a total of 6 dimming zones in the store, and we've run the lights down to 25% on the main sales floor, which per the operator is more than enough light for his store operation. And he's real happy with that, which will yield a big energy savings.
So how many dimming modules do we have in here, and how many did we originally start with, having thought we had to have?
We thought we had to have 14, and I actually brought more to add to the panel. In essence, when I got done getting all the research done, we're down to 6.
6, and we have 2 spares there.
And we have 2 spares here. 1 dimming module with the isolator. This is the dimming module, this is the isolator. Can control up to 1,200 fixtures.
Wow. So how many amps will that reduce when he dims the lights down in the store?
We need to measure that information. We haven't measured that information yet.
Okay, but it's a significant amount of amps.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
The next added function and feature that we have in this location, which is new to Title 24, new to the state of California, is called a demand response kit. This is an open network demand response kit where the state of California will send out a signal over the internet. This device will receive the signal saying, hey, you need to go into a demand shed event. It sends information to a relay point which goes to our control system, which we can program in. This gives the operator an ability to contact their energy provider and say, hey, we want to do demand reduction, and be able to get a big savings off their utility bill for doing that demand reduction. But that's something that has to be set up in advance with the utility company for taking those steps.
Okay, this is required by California
Title 24 to have it. Doesn't have to be programmed yet.
Yeah. Okay.
Other than that, the rack is the...
What's this big gray box over here? I want to hear about this.
Oh, the big gray box. What we're doing here with this is a frequency inverter. What it does is it changes the voltage and frequency going to the motors on the condenser to allow them to ramp up and down very slowly and maintain a flat line type of discharge pressure. For floating head pressure, which we do in our stores, this will allow us to float very smoothly without too many bumps and things. However, we are still cycling the fan motors as required for lower ambient conditions.
So we save more energy.
Full control. We have 5 stages of fan control and from 6 hertz to 60 hertz steps of frequency inversion. So we also have in play bypass functionality so that if something happened with the drive or there was something going on, it would automatically switch over into bypass.
Got it.
Or you can switch it over by the switches up here. I'm going to start the rack back up.
Yeah. You're gonna hear it fire up. Everything's gonna fire back up.
Here we go, ready to rock and roll. There we go.
Thanks. Thank you for the tour, Steve. I appreciate it.
My pleasure.
A lot of good
Anytime.
innovations here.